Any lineup changes tonight, Dean?
Well, Elvis is playing for sure. After that, we're not 100% on the lineup.
We saw Kirill obviously leave the ice. Do you have any kind of update there?
No, he's being evaluated now. We'll see, where he's at. Obviously, we can't make a decision at this point.
Obviously, if you can't go, you always talk about opportunities, and somebody would get one, right?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that happens, right? Regardless of the situation, somebody doesn't play, somebody gets an opportunity to play, and that's why they're here in the National Hockey League. Everyone can play, so if he can't, then somebody will step in and play hard.
We've seen a mix of really good play and then some disappointing outcomes and that type of thing. How would you characterize your identity at this point, going through those ups and downs?
Really good, really calm, really, for the most part, play the right way, play hard every night. Have we got the results that we want every night? No, but it's not for lack of compete and lack of try. Structurally, we've been real good. We've had some circumstances that have allowed some opportunities or to not get the 2 points in regulation, but we've stayed the course. We've stayed with it. The guys have stuck together. That's what we're asking.
And that seems to be the mantra, is just keep playing. Nothing you can do, just keep playing.
Well, over and over, yeah, just over and over again. And, we just play the same way each and every night, and we'll see where we sit.
God seemed to step in the other day and do exactly what you needed from him. Is that right?
Yeah, good. We're looking for, obviously he's a good face-off guy. Big body, plays the game hard. He's been in the National Hockey League before. He's not starstruck by the occasion. So, stepped in, played very well.
How much was the big body part of it a draw for you?
Yeah, I mean, certainly to have size and the physicality certainly, is a factor. But there's lots of factors that go into, players that get called up and players that get sent down. So, we had a lot of stuff that we discussed, and really like to start. Looking forward to seeing him again here tonight.
I know Elvis is playing tonight, but what if you thought of how Jed has handled kind of being playing more regularly at this level, kind of being your number one sort of in the start of the season?
Well, Jet doesn't care about where he plays or when he plays or what he plays, and we saw that at the end of last year when he played 6 in a row, and I think at one point it was like 4 and 5 nights or 5 and 6 nights, something like that. He don't care. He just wants to play goal. He wants to help his team win. And he'll continue to do that. Obviously, he won't play tonight, but he'll be back in there for sure.
Another opportunity here for you guys. As you've rolled through the good and the bad, how would you describe kind of the team identity as you're dealing with, again, really good things and things that are not going the way you want them to?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously just hockey being played, I feel like, with, kind of what's been going on. And I feel like we've been playing really good hockey up to this point. And, obviously there's been, some errors and some breakdowns in some games that, have forced overtimes or whatnot. But no, we're confident here, and we know that when we get into our game and into our team identity, we're a tough team to play against, and certainly a tough team to beat over the course of 60 minutes. So I think for us it's just hitting the reset button and focusing on what's important. That's this game tonight.
All right, and you talk about that. You said we get into your identity. How important is that, just to find your game, this team's style, identity, however you want to classify it, and just keep playing, right? I mean, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to think too much about anything of getting into anything or anything like that. Like we're good players in here. We know that when each and every individual is playing to their I guess best version of themselves and best version of their game, you put that together with all of us, and that's our identity right there. And that's hard. That's playing fast, and playing smart with a lot of guys in here that can make plays and that want the puck in their stick and that are confident when they're rolling. And I just think over the course of 3 periods we continue to bring that, it's a tough team to beat.
Thing that was noticeable to me in Detroit was how good you guys were with your sticks, winning board battles, and you had a big hit in that game as well. And does all of that kind of blend together into the way you all need to play collectively too?
Yeah, when you talk about identity, I think that's it right there. Is winning 50-50 battles, and obviously we want the puck. We want to play with the puck, and to do that, you're gonna have to be sharp in all those key areas in the ice. And yeah, I just think when you're winning battles and you're in the game and you're intense, it obviously brings that extra energy. And we're a team that feeds off of that, and we got a lot of young legs.
Do you think your line kind of feeds into that? Because you talk about winning battles, things like that. You guys are so good at that. And on top of that, you do bring the ability to put points on the board every once in a while. So it's kind of, when you talk about identity, kind of what you guys are trying to encapsulate there as a group.
Yeah, of course, and also support. It's one thing to win a battle, but it's another thing to get something out of that, and supporting and making plays from there. And when you talk about our line, yeah, we want to make sure it's a tough matchup for whoever's playing against us. And like you said, I definitely think that we can provide scoring and provide more scoring for a group. And just like all of our lines, I think if we look at our lineup, each line can provide scoring, and is obviously tough to play against when they're at the top of the game.
Just talking to Cole a little bit about maintaining this team's identity when things are going well and when things are not going well. Just talk about how important that is.
I think that's something we've been really good at, to be honest. Like, whether we're winning games or losing games at times, we're playing the same way. Obviously, sometimes we'll get away from some minor things that we got to get back on the right track too. So I think for the most part, we stick to our identity and how hard we work and how much we take care of things defensively, or try to, or we do our best. So we try to stay as much even as possible. I think we do a great job of that.
It seems to be the mantra is just play through it, no matter what it is, whether it's high or low.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great thing about the NHL is you play so many games. You get to get right back on the saddle no matter what happens.
You have had some success as of late, and we always tie it to your line. How much of it is tied to your line, and how much of it is you just feeling the way you want to be feeling, playing the way you want to be playing?
I think you can tie it to the whole team, honestly, like the way everybody's playing. It's been great. Success has come from our back end, from our line as well. It's good to see us start getting on the score sheet a little bit more, but I think everyone's playing a little bit better, which has been great for us.